Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I cut and sew this Boubou with some pleats, and it has waist inner belt. It's very simple to make, trust me, it's not hard. I used 3 yards for this, including the scarf I tied. Then for the organza, I used 2 yards of it for it. You can as well use chiffon if you want. Hi guys, my name is Fatima Yusuf, and on this platform I share sewing tutorials. If it's something you like to learn, don't forget to subscribe, and let's just get straight into business. So these are my materials. I have my ruler, my scissors, my chalk, my bias, my measuring tape, and then my fabrics. 3 yards of crepe fabric and then 2 yards of organza or your chiffon will do, or any type of fabric you want to use for the addition for the pleats, and of course your sewing machine. So I gave my fabric the way I normally fold, right? Give it 2 folds, you have 4 layers, and I place it on my workflow surface like this. So what I have at the upper part horizontally, that will be my shoulder, my sleeve length. So it depends on how long you want your sleeve to be. You can measure from your middle back to where you want that Boubou extension to stop. Since I'm going to be adding additional fabric to it, I marked 27 inches. I marked 26 at first, then I increased it. Sorry, I used 26.5 inches since I'll be hemming that part. So I used 26.5 inches. Now I went straight to the neckline. I'm using 3.5 by 3.5. It's round neckline for both back and front. I used 3.5 width, then the depth I used 4 inches, not 3.5, sorry. So I used 3.5 by 4. You can use 4 by 4, 5 by 3.5, depends on how wide you want it to be. I feel like if I would have used 4, that's the width, or 5, it will have been wider, and it's going to be like, I can use it for off shoulder also. So at this part I marked 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll just join the 1 inch to meet my neckline width with a slant line. Use your ruler, please don't follow my my method of using tape. Just use your longer ruler, is better and easier. So after doing that, the next thing is to decide where you want your Boubou extension to stop, how long you want it to be, or will I say how wide, because the long is the how long you want it to be, that's the length. So I went for 25 inches. That's below my hip line. My hip line is 24 inches, so you can go below or above your hip line, your choice. But for this I marked 25 inches. That's what I'm using, right? So I just extended that line up because we are cutting off a little bit of some parts there, so that I will not be confused. That was why I marked that. Should, in case you're not adding pleats, you can use everything you want. Depends on how long you want the Boubou extension to be. So inward, I'm just going to take a straight line inward of that my 25 inches, because that's where we mark how wide you want the down part to be. So let's assume your Boubou extension is stopping at the hip line or before your hip line. You'll be needing your hip measurement. So I'll divide my hip by 4, is 11. Then I'm going to go ahead and add 5 inches. But it depends on how free, how tight, how fitted you want that part to be. But this is a very free Boubou. We are not making a fitted Boubou here. There is no pleat, there is no slit. So I just added 5 inches to it. That gave me 16. Sorry, I added 4 inches to it. That gave me 15. Then I added 1 more inch, 16 inches. So just add 5 inches to your hip, divide by 4, and you are good to go. So I took that 16 inches down to the end of my piece, and I'll just join the points together with a straight line. If you have a longer ruler, it's perfect for this. Like I said, don't mind me using my tape. You can use your longer ruler. You mustn't do what I'm doing. Just work what works best for you, right? So among the angle formed at the line, I'll just form a curve there. You don't want a pointy angle, you want a curvy angle. And we are done drafting. Like I said, it's very easy, it's very simple, it won't take much of your time. This Boubou serving less than 1 hour, you have already finished it. It's not hard, trust me. And this particular size can size most sizes. Just do your calculation and you see it. So I'm done drafting. The next thing is just to cut. Since we have same neckline for back and front, I'll just cut it. Then I'll just cut the rest. So these excess that we have at the down part, that's what I used for my scarf at the end. I joined them together and then that actually gave me my scarf that I can tie. So this is our pattern after we are done drafting and cutting, right? Good. So I'll just open it up like this and I'll join the shoulders together using 0.5 inch or any allowance you want to use. Then I'm going to use my bias to bias the neckline round. And please, for the length, don't forget to add your additional allowance to it. Mine, I didn't add allowance because I'll be using the full length of the gown. I'm not even going to be hemming the down part of the gown. So I've already stitched the shoulders, I've hemmed the neckline, then I hemmed the sleeve opening separately. I just fold in about 0.25 and I stitch for both sides. Then now this is my organza, right? You can use your chiffon, anyone you want. I'll just split it into equal pieces that is going to give me what I want. So now you have to do your calculation. What do you want your pleats to be? How wide do you want it to be? You do your calculation and then just cut it out into pieces. After cutting, I had 6 pieces, so I joined two pieces for each of the two of the sleeve part. So this is it. I joined it, right? Then I hemmed it in such a way like you're stitching for a band. You know, you fold it, then I will stitch it. So I left the 2 edges unstitched, then I will just use that to turn it out to the right face, and I gave it a good iron press. So I did that for both sides of the sleeve, right? Then I'll just go ahead to my sewing machine and I'm going to pleat it. So I did casing pleats for it. Initially I wanted gathering, but no, the fabric didn't really gathered, so that's why I just placed it on it. I see I already hemmed my sleeve opening before, so I made sure my sleeve opening was in between this organza, in the middle of the organza. Then I'll just create my casing pleats. So just watch. I didn't really measure the pleats, I just did it like that. That's what I did. So I did this for both sides, right? Then I did it for the neck also. I'm going to show you guys the neck part. What was left, and then split it into 2, and I used that to do it for the under part. I deleted the video of when I was marking the lines at the under part, so I'll just explain how you guys will understand it. This is just me doing the kissing pleats thing, right? Good. After I was done pleating that part, that's the sleeve part, right? The next now is the neck area part. What I did was, it was same thing, basically it was same thing. So this is one of the pieces. You know, I had 6, I've already used 4, so I had 2 left. So this is one of it. I stitch the 2 sides, the 2 edges and the upper part of this piece, but I left a little bit of space on stitch and I'm going to use it to turn it out. So I close the 2 ends of this. That's what I did. You know, for the sleeve I left the 2 ends open, so I'll just use the space I left in between to turn it outward. So I've done that. I'll just go ahead, go to my sewing machine, and I'll just create my kissing pleat also rounded. But you can as well measure out where you want your kissing pleat to be. From your shoulder now, where the neckline is, you can measure 2 inches, measure 2 inches round, 2 inches round, form a circle, and then you make sure you're stitching along that circle. You understand? So that's what I did. The next thing, I just went ahead to mark my waist measurement at the front piece. Then I'll stitch my inner belt to it. I have a video on that where there's a booboo I made that has inner belt. Is more detailed over there. I'll drop the link for you guys in the description box. So these are my inner belt. I'll just go ahead and stitch it to where I marked. All you need to do is just divide your hip into 4, mark it to the left, mark it to the right on one of your pieces, and you are good to go. Then depends on where you want your belt to start from. Mine always start at 15, from 13 to 15 inches. So I've done that here. This is it. So for the pleating at the down part, I just measure where I wanted the pleating to be at the down part. You measure and the distance you want. Like I said, I deleted the video and I'm very pained. I actually filmed it, but it got deleted. I didn't know. Just do your calculation where you want it to start from and then just pleat on it. And I went ahead to stitch the bodies together in this direction. Use 0.5 inch. So that's what I did. So for the down pleating, right, it's same thing. It's a kissing pleating I did. You can see the 2 lines. Just determine where you want it to start and the distance you want from each other to be. Like maybe you want it to start to have distance 5 inches in between. You want it to start at 30 inches. You want to start at 28 inches, your choice. So I stitched that, right? After stitching the sides, you can as well hem the down part, but I'm not hemming the down part because of the length of the fabric. It's okay for me. So next thing to do is now is to just impute, mark that 15 that we marked. Sorry, that 15, yeah. From the middle of my fabric, I'm going to mark it here to the left, mark it to the right, and I'll just take this 15 slightly to the end of the gown like this. Then I ran my stitch on it like this because it's a boubou. So this is it without tying the inner belt. Very free and very comfortable. And then after tying the inner belt, it will give it like a fitting. So that's why we did not use our bust measurement or our waist measurement, because there is an inner belt. This is it after tying the belt. Guys, if this video has been helpful, like I always say, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, drop your comments, and thank you all for watching my video. I'll see you guys in another tutorial. And I want to thank every one of you that have subscribed to my channel. I'm so happy and I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here with me. Bye guys, see you guys in another video.